Good afternoon and welcome to the third interview with at the workshop for the winter period, and we're here with Austin Moore this afternoon. So just thought we'd come to the lovely countryside in Lancashire. As you can see, it's a cracking view that Austin has from his home. We're going to have a quick look outside, and it will be quick because it's bloody freezing, because he has got a few old motors in the area. And then we're going to go inside and we'll have a chat and ask him about what his plans are for the season, how work's going on the car this year, and we'll ask about his history before Brisca Formula 1 as well. So first of all, good afternoon, Austin.
Good afternoon.
How are you? You okay?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Keeping busy?
Busy, yeah,
Keeping
always.
busy. So what we're going to do, we'll just have a quick look outside first of all then.
Yeah.
So first of all, we've got a motor here with the old Tony Smith name on the side of it. Could you give us some history about this car?
There's one below, so I have to do it.
It's the Gary Talton car we raced a few years at Coventry mainly, I think. And Tony bought it because I believe it had a decent engine in it.
We don't have the engine.
No.
You don't have the
No.
engine. And what's the plans for this one? Is it just surplus to requirements now?
It was going to be shell car for this year, but we acquired another one, so we'll build it eventually.
Okay, and let's just have a quick walk down to this other end here, because there's quite an interesting chassis that we have down here. Some of you may have recognised it when we get around to it. So it's just, I'm not going on to the mud bit, but as we can just see the back end of the old New Zealand style car there. So just give us the history about this one.
It's the ex-Rob Harris car we built. I believe it's the Mark III one, but I'm sure Rob would tell me if I'm wrong. We bought it, but he just had a play in it and decided he was just going to use more to it in the other car when the other one went down, and you've been left there to rot ever since.
And then we got the third one in the other corner as well. So just how did you get hold of this one?
Right on Facebook Marketplace or eBay.
Facebook.
On Facebook, it just come up too cheap and I had enough spares with it, so I just bought it.
And then, what are the plans for that, or just keeping that as it is for now and just see what happens?
I just like the look of a roll cage, so I thought I might copy it one day, so yeah.
Excellent. So let's get inside because it is bloody freezing. As you can see, he's got a really good view here as well. Loads and loads of tyres. We'll come on to tyres in a moment, but every place I've ever been with any of the drivers, that just seems to be piles and piles of tyres everywhere, but we'll discuss that in a moment. So it's a good little setup that we've got here. We're going to get back into the warmth because a lovely warm wood burner inside here, which is awesome. So this is the work area for Austin. As you can see, we've got a chassis there. We're going to talk about this one in a moment because this is going to be the shale car. Okay, and then we've got another chassis upside down. We'll talk about that one as well. But I just want to talk about your history first of all then. So let's go way back to prior to F1. So just give us your history of your racing before Formula 1.
I raced national mini stocks from, since I was 10. Which
A few years.
A few years ago, yeah. We did alright, we weren't best at it, we weren't worse. Got the superstar ones. Constant red top and just had a good time at it, yeah.
Any major championship wins or anything at all?
Only Ghana Championship I won, we're North West champion in 2012.
Okay, excellent. What made you decide coming to Formula 1 straight away rather than going through the V8 route or something similar like that?
Well, we was going to go V8, so we thought if we buy V8, we'll struggle to afford an F1 afterwards. So we thought we'll just jump straight in and build up parts for an F1.
So how many years now is this you've been in the F1? What's this coming season's going to be year what?
Third year.
Third year.
Yeah, third year. No, fourth year probably.
Fourth year.
Because I'm 20 now and I started when I was 16, yeah, my fourth year.
Excellent. Where was your first meeting?
Birmingham Gala meeting.
Okay, and how did that go?
It went alright, split it a few times, filled track with tyre smoke, but yeah, it was good.
Excellent. And just going back to the minis, any particular bad incidents or accidents that you had?
We've had a few incidents and accidents. I've been knocked out at Barford from going in fence backwards. I've ended up at catch fence at Birmingham, and there's no other big crashes.
No other big ones. Excellent. So let's have a look at what you've been doing at the moment. So we've got the chassis here. So we have got the chassis expert can give us an idea of where this car's come from and maybe who built it, etc.
I think it's a Wayman chassis what went to number 46 Carl Gilbert back in 2008, I think, and he raced it a couple of times. then passed it on to a 398. I forgot his name now. He raced it a couple of times, and funny enough, I went to my body off a lad in Darwin. He often body off a lad in Darwin.
It's only 15 minutes away.
Just out the road. Only reason we found it because I just bought some dub axles off him, and he just asked me if I knew anybody who fancied an F1 rolling chassis. And I said I would work with my mate, and he didn't garage now. A bit closer than other one outside what he was doing. So he's cracking on with it.
Cracking on. Excellent. So we're going to have a quick walk around the car now. We'll have a look at what Austin's done to it at the moment. So we'll start at the back end actually, because it looks like you've done quite a bit of work on the back end. So give us a little chat of why you've gone along is it the 4-link?
Yeah,
you've gone now. So what's the reason behind that for yourself?
I just thought we'd try something different for once. We've always had 3-link, and Mark Gilbank's helped us out a lot, and he said, no, you want to go to 4-link, so we've moved to 4-link.
Yeah, it does seem to be the trendy thing to do at the moment, isn't it? Because I think we've done the same. I think Sam's doing the same as well. So it does seem to be the way forward at this time, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely the way forward.
Is it a case that it's just easier to put the power down or easier to adjust if you want to make changes, or have you no idea?
As far as I know, it'll just be easier to adjust for me, and I'll let Mark Gilbank set it up and sort it out for me.
Excellent. Well, that's a good thing about the sport, isn't it? That drivers do help each other out, which you don't get on other forms of motorsport, do you?
No, definitely not. Everyone helps everybody out. It's the best thing about the sport.
Okay, so let's just carry on going around. So, paint scheme sort of thing. What any ideas of what it's going to be looking like when it's finished?
We might go pink and blue again like one of my previous cars, but we're not sure yet.
Okay. No problem. So we'll come around to the other side here. Again, plenty of work being done on the new metalwork, etc. Any rule changes that have come in that you're concerned about at all, or will you just get on with it?
I don't even know what rule changes there are, really. I didn't go AGM. I'm pretty sure it's quite similar to before, so... Yeah.
No problem. So at the point that we're on, it looks like you're going to get shot blasted and stuff, and everything like that. Yeah? Excellent. And there seems to be something missing in the middle, so where's that?
That's under house, next to pool table, getting ready to get stripped and balanced.
And is that something you do yourself?
We'll build it ourselves. We've got to send it off to get balanced and machined.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so let's just have a quick keep having a look around. So really nice. There's the wood burner for everyone to have a look at there. No problem at all. So we'll talk about the your results from last year in a second. But as we can see, we've got another chassis upside down. So again, chassis aspect. Sorry, I don't even know your name. That's rude, isn't it? James. Sorry, James. Do apologise. So just give me an idea about the upside down chassis we've got here.
It was originally the yellow Mark Taylor car back in early 2000. Then far where John Clay had it next, and we found it next to a container when we bought the Guy Talton car, and he made a bid for it, and he obviously brought it home with him.
Excellent. And is that going to be the tarmac?
Yeah, definitely going to be a tarmac car for next year, if not year after.
Excellent. So yeah, let's talk about your results from last year then. You got to the 100-point mark, which was good, but unfortunately all of them on shale. So your tarmac didn't really go to plan, did it? No,
tarmac's just not my strong point at the minute. Old car, it just weren't quite strong enough, not fast enough and nippy enough, so I'm planning on working on having a tarmac car and a shale car for next year.
Okay.
For this year, sorry.
For this year, yeah. Yeah, and you got a race win as well at Sheffield, wasn't it, in the heat? It's still a heat, mate. It's still a race win, isn't it? I think it looked like you're enjoying that race then.
Oh yeah, it's always good when it all falls in place and goes well. Like one time out of a million, but yeah.
Excellent. So looking into the future, of course. Now, I don't know if you said you didn't see the Steve Reese interview, but we just had a bit of a chat about it. What are your thoughts about first your plans for how the future is going to be in relation to the next couple of years? Are you going to be seriously trying to do every meeting, or just doing it as funds permit?
Probably this year, get easing into it again, get our feet in on shale and tarmac, and then year after probably have a proper go at it and a proper push, because I'll come out my apprenticeship, be on better money, and I'll have more time.
Okay, excellent. And what grade are you going to be starting from? Is it blue top still?
Yellow, I think.
You're yellow top now. Okay, so obviously I think for one of your targets is going to get to that red?
Well, I'd like to get to red top, yeah. I think everybody would, but we'll be going for it this year.
Excellent. So the future of the sport then. Tracks closing, other tracks may be opening. What's your personal opinion about how this sport is run?
I don't really have a clue. I'll race anywhere, wherever there's a track, I'll have a do. That's all I can say.
Yeah, excellent. No problem at all. So we'll let you get on. We'll have a watch. I was going to have a quick word with Dad, but he seems to have disappeared, hasn't he? So he's. But we'll stay on for a moment, and we'll talk about other things as well. And just want to just remind people of possibly other interviews that we'll have coming up in the future, of course, with Frankie Wayman, Lee Fairst. I believe they're off to New Zealand at the moment, or this week anyway, and they are at the NEC at the moment. So your first meeting, planning on going to be Kings Lynn, I presume?
Plan is Kings Lynn, but as you can see, cars are a fair way off. So there'll be some late nights to get it there, but we'll have a go.
So how many hours a week would you say you work on the car during the normal season? Because there are some people, of course, think that these magically fix themselves. So on average, how many hours a week would you say you do between meetings?
Probably about, well, I can only say about 4 or 5 hours a night. Last year were a lot of trying to make the car better and repairing it, which hopefully this year it should just be repairing because the car will be up to a good standard.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like mind me asking about your engine last year? To me, seemed like there was a lot of blue flame coming out of the exhaust, which is more than everybody else. Is that just how that engine is, or was it some sort of problem you maybe have thought it could be a concern or anything?
I honestly don't have a clue. It could just be that there were holes in exhaust, or I don't know. It ran a rate, so that's all I was bothered about.
It looked awesome. It really did. It looked brilliant. But it was just a little thing that I noticed myself, that it used to be big flames coming out of cars back in the day when I was a kid, but to see it now, it did look pretty cool. But it didn't seem to affect the power of anything.
It was fast enough, yeah. It definitely had enough. It just weren't very forgiving if you lost it on one corner. Right. Took another lap to build itself back up.
Right, okay. And what engine is it? Big block, small block?
That were 454 big block, pretty standard really. Mm-hmm. On steel heads and just standard near enough with a cam.
So would you be looking at going, again, seems to be the trendy thing of going to small blocks nowadays as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we are thinking about buying a small block. We're just playing waters and seeing which one's best to buy, really. But we're focusing on this and getting big block in this to start with. And
the rule about the maximum revs, is that anything that's going to affect yourself? Do you usually run high, or did you run high revs than 7.5, or was that about the sort of level you were running at the time anyway?
No, we all are big blocks. We run a chip at maxes it out at 6,500 revs. We won't go any higher than that because it don't need to.
Right, so it wouldn't affect you at all, this new rule that comes in, but you still have to buy the new MSD.
They have to buy them for big blocks.
I'm not quite sure on the rule.
I'm not. Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't sure on the rule myself. I think I might have heard something that you might not need one, but
I think you need one for a big block, but I'm not 100% sure.
No problem at all, no problem. So we'll just have a quick mosey round, if that's all right. We'll just have a look. As you can see, everybody at home, it's that really good tidy workshop that we've got. We've got a good welder and really nice and tidy, actually. You know, I've been into some workshops and you can't see the floor, to be honest. But I don't want to keep Austin too long because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of work to do on the car, ready for which roughly it's about 6 weeks' time. In the face that Austin's just given there, he's like, oh my god, 6 weeks roughly. But it's just good to show some of you people at home exactly what's going on in the winter. You know, the lads, a lot of them do maybe try and get a couple of weeks away and stuff, but most of the time they are still working on the cars to get them ready, to get them all looking pristine and smart looking, ready for next year. Now, don't know if some of you have seen the fixtures for next year. I believe there's 42 fixtures. They are on Facebook, and if you're at the NEC or going, then the fixture list is available there as well. So do have a good look at that. I think we've got a couple of Milden Halls, which should be good. Which I just want to ask Austin about. You went to Milden Hall last year. Yeah, it was a new one for most drivers. It was quite a success, wasn't it?
Yeah, all right. I enjoyed the track. It was just my car ride to drive around where. Just had a bit too much playing steering for all the tight corners and short straights.
But it was a for me as a fan, because I sometimes always wear my fan head, it was a proper stock car meeting.
Oh yeah, it was a mint meeting, absolutely awesome. I couldn't do it right well.
No, that's fine. Like I said, it was new for everybody anyway, wasn't it? I think there was only a few drivers who'd been there before and maybe in different formulas anyway. We, as a team, found it tough as well. We got quite a bit of damage in Grand National, I think. But that final was something else to watch.
Yeah, it was a good final.
Brilliant. So, of the rumours of the possible new tracks opening, I don't know if you've heard things yourself, or Bellevue closing, how much of a bad thing would that be if Bellevue did go?
Well, it's our local track. It's only half an hour away. It's a good track. It'd be a shame for it to close, but things happen for a reason, and hopefully the sport will carry on and move onwards and upwards.
Excellent. Okay, so I'll just keep butting in every couple of minutes if that's all right. I'm sorry, we'll speak to John about James. Sorry, James. I do apologise again. Do you race any formulas yourself, James?
Yeah, I raced it in the V8 hot dog formula on the 402.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it for like 2 seasons now.
And how have you found it? Is it good formula?
Oh, yeah, the good laugh. Oh, everybody, a good crack to get on with, good racing, and everybody helps each other.
Well, as we were saying to Austin before, that's short oval racing, whichever type of racing it is, everyone seems to help everybody out, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, we had Jake, of course, in the V8. Obviously, he's now moved up. Have you any plans on moving up to F1 in the future?
At this moment, no, I'll be sticking with the hot dog formula because I do. We had talked about that as well, but no, I'll concentrate with V8. I'll just find my feet now, picking up places here and there. I'm hoping to do a bit more shell next year. I had a bit of bad luck at the start, everything just seemed to go wrong, and I missed the rest of the season due to one thing or another. That's just part of racing.
No problem. Now, do you know someone called James Riding? Either of you? I see my JBM chair is still in its place. Which one's that? Oh, down at the bottom there. Right, okay. That's the one nearest the wood burner, right? Okay. And that's quite a hot wood burner. It really is. Great firewood. So we're just going to finish off now then. So because I don't want to take too much of your time because you want to get some work done. So as far as you're concerned, it's hopefully going to all be ready for March, of course, on the 30th. Yeah. Any ideas of when you may be going to get the tarmac car? Any sort of plans in place? Or?
It'll be out when it's out. Yeah. It all depends on how much I wreck this one when I've got this one done. So
would you still be using the shell car on tarmac then if you do go to any tarmac meetings?
Yeah, just for select few tarmac meetings. Like we'll definitely do Ednesford with that big engine.
Yeah, excellent. So we do appreciate your time. So thank you very much. Cheers for everybody for watching. Like I said, I don't know what the next one's going to be now. It might be in a couple of weeks' time when the lads are back from New Zealand. Don't forget you've got the Motorsport with Attitude show coming up in the middle of February. I'm going to be there interviewing drivers from all the different formulas that are on show at that weekend. And we've got the charity boxing coming up as well on the 23rd, I think, of February. And then there's the Stand Up to Cancer striptease thing, I believe it's going to be. And that's down on the 9th of March down at Barston Lake. So any comments on the interviews, do just pop them on. Just like to thank everybody for watching. It's been a busy weekend. So we'll speak to you all soon and see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much.